Hello, and welcome to a walking meditation with Gayle. And today I went to a different beach. I quite like going to this one. And unlike my other meditations, if you've been watching them, this one was actually quite busy. And at first that really bothered me, the fact that people were at my beach. And so after a while I decided to take some photos of the movement that I saw at the beach. Just looking out at the sea. Here's my first runner of the day. And so I invite you to just notice the picture, notice the colours and the shapes, and paying special attention to the movement that we see on the screen. Imagining where this person is running to, what he's doing, and just bringing yourself back to the idea of just walking along, taking one step at a time with me. So imagine yourself now, wherever you are, seated on the chair or maybe lying down, finding a comfortable position. And imagine yourself at the beach. And you might have been to this beach before, it's just a local one to Melbourne. But wherever you are, imagine that you're at your beach, or maybe a made-up beach in your imagination. There's all these scruffy, low-lying bushes. And notice the colours. Very pale blue sky and pale green grasses, sort of scrubby grasses and bushes. They're designed for the beach. Imagine yourself walking along, imagining that this is your walk, just strolling along, noticing things as you go. Imagine placing one foot in front of the other. See if you can find your rhythm in your imagination. Imagining placing one foot in front of the other, slowly walking along. A walking, moving meditation. And as you walk, noticing or imagining the sensation of the grasses, the gravel, the path underneath your feet, supporting you in this meditation, allowing your mind to be grounded. Taking special interest in the photos, in the short films, and noticing the movement in front of you. And thinking about keeping your body fairly still, letting your eyes travel around the screen, from top to bottom, left to right, right to left. The thing about landscapes is we can follow the lines, that beautiful blend between the sky and the earth. Following the shapes of flowers. Noticing leaves, but following the shapes of the spaces between the leaves, the darker spots. Seeing if you can count something that you can find on each screen. Maybe starting off with that tree over on the left, can you count how many branches you can see? Saying each number silently to yourself. And if you get confused or lost, you simply start again. Counting again. Let's see if we can find something to count. Maybe counting the darker spots down there on the bottom of the screen. In between those fine leaf shapes. We're just giving our mind something useful to do. Our minds are designed to think, to make judgments, to make decisions. Where should I go? What should I do? All we're doing is taking a little bit of a holiday from that. Enjoying the process of just giving the mind one thing to do. Noticing a shape, counting shapes, noticing colour, counting that colour in and around the screen as much as you can. As one photo moves into the next, you simply start counting again. My eye is drawn especially to the darker shapes. I'm going to just leisurely count those shapes. Maybe your mind is looking at those pinker coloured leaves. Or maybe it's the buds on the ends of the leaves that has sparked your interest. Find something to focus on and see if you can just count the number of times you see it. Let's start again with this photo. The first thing I notice is that bright green, the ends of the foliage, as it's just starting to capture the sunlight around it. These photos were taken in the morning, but I have used some filters just to give us something interesting to see. Counting the green. Maybe you found a few twigs that you can make out, counting those. Maybe focusing on the darker spots in the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Just noticing and counting until the screen moves. Starting off, look at the contrast maybe. There's that line of the horizon, blue above, green below. Focusing on one part of the screen. Noticing what you see there. And counting how many times you see it. So it might be the buildings way off in the distance. That is the city of Melbourne there. Maybe you got distracted by that bike rider. Go back and count. Have a look. I'm counting stripes. Stripes of green grass. The stripe of the pathway. The stripes of those white divider lines on the path. That stripe of hedge moving over to the left of the screen. Stripe of the beach, the water. Now, what can we find here? Something to just focus on. And maybe you can find one spot on the screen, one little part of this image, and maybe just focus there for as long as you can. When you become distracted, simply refocus and find that spot again. There's a couple of obvious spots in this photo. Those little pink highlights. Find one that just fascinates you. Focus there and keep coming back each time you become distracted. Focus on the very first thing that you see and stay with it. Stay with it as long as you can until you become distracted, and then refocus on it and stay again. Your eye will be drawn to various parts of the screen. See if you can zoom in on one spot. Maybe it's the movement of the grass, or maybe it's shadows or highlights. Just focusing on one thing and keep looking, letting everything else fade to the background. Maybe it's useful to count, maybe counting the people. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finding one place to rest your eyes. Let go of the counting, just let it drop away if that feels good. You might be enjoying counting. These short videos are something to just follow. Follow the screen, however shaky it is. One spot. Allow your eye to just be drawn and drawn again, focusing and refocusing. Coming back time and time again. Allowing your eye just relax and settle on one spot. Nobody knows how long this image is going to last for. So it's useful to just let go of any anxiety that the picture's going to move before you can focus. It's the looking for the focus that's the meditation. Pick something, follow until it changes. Keep looking, and then start again. One thing, what is striking or interesting your brain now? Focusing, stay with it. Focusing, stay with it again. And as we move through these last few photos and videos, just keep practicing. Find one thing and stay with it. And this time, count. Count how long, after you've found something to focus on, count the seconds that you can stay focused. So for me, I've got a little bit of a blossom in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, can you see what interests you? Take your time, focus, and count. Each time you become distracted or the picture moves on, simply focus again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One thing. Zoom in. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might find it's easier and easier. Maybe there's a lot on your mind and you continually become distracted, and that's all right. Come back to it. Notice the scenery. Find one thing and count. Without taking your eyes off of the picture, just start to move your body again, taking deeper breaths in, and allow your mind to look at the whole picture and to notice what you're actually looking at. We've come to the end of the meditation. Taking deeper breaths in, coming back into the normal world that we're living, back to our body, back to our mind. And thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.